Oh,
Meow. I'm doing great. Got some grenadine. I've got my little notes. How are the racers up doing?
Fine for now.
For
yeah,
now?
good so far.
Good so far.
We shall see how it goes.
Yeah, for some reason I'm feeling really nervous today. We'll see.
Yeah, I get you. You're both gonna do great though, I believe.
Let's hope. Yeah. So
Yep,
do this definite countdown in the bingo chat. Okay.
should
That's good.
should I
Good luck.
watch for your go, or can I just go as soon as my 30 seconds is up? And can you give me just like 10 seconds to switch my audio once we deafen?
Sure.
All right,
Okay.
Yeah,
good
good
luck.
luck.
Good luck.
Both players are now muted and deafened. And one of them has turned on their audio. Mm-hmm. Yep. For our general goals, we've got consume 8 food items in different games, 3 cherry discs, which I think you already mentioned. Oh, and we're go. Respectively. We've got bosses, we've got top fives, and we've got triathlon. So I don't think we should be seeing any general goal stuff yet. I guess I think one of the levels in the hub room is kind of a doozy, if I recall correctly. Sorry for interrupting you. Yeah, and it'll be the one that we see last here. Frank has chosen to tackle both of the easier levels first, which is understandable. Just getting your feet wet. Frank taking an unfortunate couple of deaths here. This level is a bit tricky to figure out if it's your first time going through. But it does teach you a lot about a couple of key concepts in Warp Tank, I think. Level. Somewhere a bit further. Yeah. This is the slightly trickier level, Piston Sector. But you have to move along with those spikes. Hmm. that's the yeah, very quick. Only 2 minutes in. Let's go, Mini Max! It's just slightly longer. I will say though, I would love to see this Mini and Max Skull get comboed into two bosses because in Mini and Max there's the water bear and there's also the cockroach, which you unlock by doing this termite quest. The cockroach is actually pretty easy. Go on. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay, no, we're probably gonna see the water bear, but it's okay. Okay, meanwhile, we have encountered the killer in Night Manor. Unfortunately, yep, didn't get the hit. There we go. Nope. All right. Yeah, that will be a death. It's not a huge deal, just a slight time loss. The hook. It can be a bit tricky. Yeah, currently at 6. Yep. You do have to go upstairs though for those last 4. Don't you have to go upstairs for the shed anyway? Because you need the key from the pool. I will say, I think the most reliable way to hit the Night Manor killer is to aim for the head, because it is not a... It's a good enough spot, not too small, and it is always a hit. Oh, I should actually look at your chat. It might be that everyone is watching, like, the 3 other bingo matches going on right now. That's okay. Campanella and Combatants. We're going with C games. Yeah, there's 4 concurrent matches right now. I don't know if they're all going on right now. No, they're not. But there's 4 within the same time slot-ish. Kind of, right? It's a big day for bingo. People are probably watching on multi-Twitch instead. Okay, so setting... that was 2 seeds in Pilot Quest.
Oh, thank you, Goof. I had been muted. So everything that you heard, no one else heard.
Awesome. Vanilla talking to herself?
Yeah.
Yay.
It's good because I was explaining like everything going on in the match.
Yeah,
Hello.
and I was just saying shit.
Alright, so we're in
Well, it's-
combatants. Both players got their squares like 15 seconds within each other, and we're sitting at 2 and 2.
It's a good thing we don't have to figure out the tie right now.
Yep. So we have Campanella score 20,000 points. We also have combatants beat surprise. So
Frank looking very comfortable here.
yep, Frank is actually did 20 just yesterday. I think did 20 lives in Campanella, so definitely will probably
Pretty fresh
get
in the
this-
mind.
Yeah, fresh in the mind. It's a good way to put it. So Frank is pushing for this bingo, but Hannah, good work on going for the block here.
Yeah,
And again, both
I believe
players will
this
probably
map
get
is
this near each other.
surprise.
Yeah, this is surprise right here. Okay, Hannah trying to fight that early, but nope. Oh no, resetting. That's
Can we
gonna
reset?
make you like go back to the first area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you get put back at the beginning of the level select.
Oh, it's just the walkover,
Yeah,
which is
it's
an
not
additional
too bad,
slight
but
time loss.
alright, so you want to bring your units down here, and you want them to get the attention of this ant. And then you just want to go up and bait the other one. Unfortunately, didn't get
Maybe-
quite far enough to get that red ant, and then you have to reset using the in-context menu. Which, if you're not familiar with combatants, might not know, but... Okay, the units are staying. Gonna try baiting them over here. Yeah, this is a point where you might need to reset. Cause this...
Is point?
Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking 20,000 points is 20 lives, isn't it? Because it's
Um,
about 1 life every 1,000 points.
Yeah, you start with like 3 lives, so you'll get it a little earlier if you don't lose many.
17,000 points then.
Yeah, but in this case you actually can lose lives because you just have to get the points, you don't have to keep the lives. Okay, 20 lives is a bit harder, I think. Unless
This
you don't
would
die.
be... It doesn't look... That doesn't look likely. It looks like we're also going into the boss.
Yeah, I think
It's a
Frank
smart
only
move.
took 1 or 2 deaths. Oh, boards. Oh no.
Oh, this combatant is looking...
As soon as, yeah,
Not
as soon
great.
as Hannah died, it just, the ants that were following them just, like, ditched them. Oh, wait.
That is so
this could-
unfortunate.
Oh, this could be good. Okay, just need to grab those 2 ants and bring them to your queen. Or 3. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
And you
3.
need to make sure they don't get too far away with this, picking up the food. Okay. Okay, looking good. Just make sure you keep enough distance, because that's very close. And you need to go far
Oh.
enough behind the queen. Okay, that should be good. Right. Oh no! No, 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 don't drag them
No!
upwards! Okay, okay, just shoot the ants,
Oh.
just shoot the ants! Okay. Sorry for getting panicked, but
No, it's okay. This
Hannah-
is very
Hannah has
intense combatant gameplay.
queen, okay. Spawned another one.
Thank God. That
That
was
was
close.
the closest surprise I have seen.
Oh, hi, Oolong. Yeah, 10 journal entries was very fast. And I think there are many more interesting goals to be seen. Personally, I'm just looking forward to watching more Campanella, actually, because I do like Campanella. There is the block.
Alright.
Magic Garden reach a score of 50,000.
Yeah, so that was a very good block by Hannah. Setting up for the row 5 now. Like a block straight into a potentially pressuring a bingo. We'll see how comfortable Hannah is with Magic Garden. I'm assuming probably pretty comfortable if you're going for this early, but Magic Garden also can be kind of a...
Quite cruel.
Yes, it can be very volatile.
Volatile is a good word.
Yeah, hi Oolong. Yeah, the 10 journal entries were very quick. Hannah got the 6th on your way to the garage, and then the 4 upstairs.
Interesting that we're going for a potion this early in, but I guess it's just to mitigate the danger on the board. Meanwhile, Frank is going back into Pilot Quest. What could this be for, actually? Oh, maybe for a food item.
Defeat Big Borg, which is actually maybe the 2nd fastest goal in Pilot Quest.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, right in the column 3, row 4.
I'm so sorry, please excuse me.
Good. And then we're also jumping into Rail Heist, which I did see on here. Going for the block, smart. So both these players playing very well and defensively early before the bingos become a problem, seeing 2 in a row, not waiting for that to become 3 in a row and potentially be in the same goal. I'll say the Rail Heist is a little faster if you're comfortable with it, but I mean, Magic Garden potentially could be too. And set up a ton of potions on the board. Might have to grab a few along the way, but... So this is actually an interesting one. We're going to see what Frank does for this, if he's going to toss the money crate up through that gap that he just made, or... Ah, no, actually that way. Because that's actually the way I've done it, where you throw it up the ladder. Should be okay here. That stun guy is not going to make it far. Not even going to go the right way. Okay, very good. Just have to break through. Just have to get past this guy, either by stunning him or taking him out, or waiting. Stun him early next turn, and then you have to get the power up to break your way through. Because you can't set a money crate down through there, so he's gonna have to get to a safe spot real quick. Yeah. And this might create an issue, because the gunner might shoot as soon as he moves, yeah. Oh, I don't know how he shot him while he was crouched, but maybe he stood up. You could actually potentially make a way for yourself first for this one as well, but doing it later, as long as you get the right order of operations, should be able to do it.
Oof.
Also,
Hello, I'm here.
hey, welcome back.
We are in
Oh,
Rail
no.
Heist.
I was trying to do the pickup, but didn't jump on top of the box.
What's this for? 4
This-
levels while bringing...
Yep, so this is... I would say this level's a little tricky, probably easiest just to take out your enemies and then bring this over the top.
That makes sense.
And then there's a hidden power-up on the left of this map where you can get the Super Punch, which allows you to take out walls and enemies in one hit.
Interesting. I see.
So Frank had to do a little scouting on this one, but should be able to get it here.
This is scaring me a little bit. I would be, like you said, like going through the top instead of all this.
Oh, and that is where the power-up is. We're gonna see, okay, blocking off both, and then just gonna punch
Yeah.
through. So, honestly, I love Rail Heist because there's so many different ways you can do it. Oh
It's
no,
a really interesting game.
I hope he doesn't get taken out. He's not gonna make it back to the horse in this turn, but doesn't get shot on his way down to the horse, because that could happen. Okay, no, he's good.
Yeah, they're both facing in
Yep.
not ideal directions for that.
So that is now 2 of the crates brought back.
Have we seen any more general goals?
We have not. We
Okay.
could be seeing a top 5 here. Hannah setting up a huge chain here, just has to drop off the oppies they have and keep grabbing potions, and that will be potential 50k. Okay, setting up the line, has to get a potion.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think Hannah's going to have to be careful to not end the game prematurely.
Yeah. Having to set up more oppies. Oh no! Okay, there is a yellow potion. I'm colorblind, I didn't see that one. But
Yeah, there's 3 yellow potions on the board right now.
grabbing them quickly, you gotta set up some red oppies and then grab that potion there.
You
and
have
then-
to stop dropping them off for now also, is what I would advise.
Yeah, you want to, so it actually has it right now, just has to grab a few more. Grab that
Yeah.
last potion and, oh no, you got it? Huge score,
Huge.
Dopey. That is
Huge,
amazing.
70,000. Very
Oh,
nice.
the rush, the rush of Magic Garden. Could have gone for
Everyone
more, but
loves Magic Garden.
so actually gonna go for a cherry disc here, and oh yeah, so close to the cherry. And then is gonna get a leaderboard and a cherry and the 50,000. Very well played by Hannah.
Masterful. Say, is it Magic Garden Cherry 20,000?
It is 20,000.
So this is in the bag as long as Hannah can save 8 more oppies.
Yep, and that might be right here. Oh, one more, 2 more. Alright, and that is a cherry disc, a leaderboard if they stay in.
Nice.
You have to wait for this little long cutscene in, but
It's not a super long cutscene. I love the Magic Garden ending. It's very sweet.
yes,
Okay, that was the leaderboard.
very nice. And a leaderboard for Hannah.
Masterful.
And a cherry disc. Okay, going for the pin golf cherry for the triathlon contribution and cherry contribution. So
This is really good.
Hannah is setting up for this row 5, but Frank did do the right play for the block early on,
Mhm.
and this is why. It is sometimes good to block early.
It's impressive how well both players are reading each other. Or maybe
Yeah.
that's just me.
Yeah, no, definitely. Defensive, like you said, defensive plays definitely very good. Okay, hiding behind that crate. Hopefully doesn't get jumped down. No!
No!
Oh no, had it right at the end. So for this one, there's like a little fast strat you can do for this. You can break the second money crate and then just carry the first one back out, and I think that's what we're gonna see from Frank here. Maybe didn't open up a path before last one, and that's kind of why. Oh no, actually, because you can punch that money crate down by hitting underneath it.
I think I've seen someone do that in another match.
I did it, yes. Wait, did I do it yesterday? Yeah, I did.
I would trust you to do it.
But, okay, should have it now, just need to roll under the spot you've created, and then you also need to
Oh!
break a couple more. Okay, went the wrong way, so that's good. Oh, now you have to break one more. There you go. And you're
There
free.
we go.
Alright, just need one more level. This next level can be a little difficult, because there's a lot of lawmen around the crate, but you could skip it to go to the easy chicken skip level if you know it. But we'll see what Frank does here. Because this one can be quick as long as you know where to be. And okay,
What?
yeah.
Broke it.
No, Frank's just gonna skip it and go to the chicken skip.
Ah, okay.
You just
Fair.
beat this one. You stun that guy on the. Oh, you could stun that guy on the ladder. Hopefully that guy doesn't jump upwards.
Nope.
Okay. And then you can just leave pretty much. There's one enemy that might be patrolling here. Okay. Oh no. Okay, drop down. Ooh, he's gonna turn and shoot.
Oh!
Yeah.
No!
Dang.
Oh, the time loss.
Okay, let me
Oh my god. Boards of Hannah is going for the Planet Zoldath cherry. This is-
did they finish pin golf?
I didn't see. I was watching Realized.
Okay. I felt like that was pretty
Immediately.
quick for if they
For
did.
ping
But
golf, right?
yeah,
No, but I want to see the planet Zoldaf cherry, so this would be awesome.
that would be incredible. There is not a Planet Zoldaf on here, but I mean, maybe
Food items.
Hannah
I
is
mean,
the-
in fairness.
Oh yeah, you can. Hannah could be crazy on the Planet Zoldaf.
I'm crazy on planet Zoldaf, so I get it.
So
I will say this is
go ahead.
kind of a crazy pick for cherry, is all. Okay, so that's the level also.
Yeah, it is. Hannah might be having a little fun here. Frank is going to pick up this next square here. As long as you just get... Yep. Skip.
Chicken's good.
No issue. And now you just bring it back. So you only lose like 20-30 seconds by... Oh, got a chicken instead.
Whoops.
The chicken just is in the way. He wants to come
Well,
with.
it happens.
Chicken wants to come with. Save him.
Take him with you.
Save the chickens. Alright, so that's going to be 4 crates in the block. Players
Very
4 to
nice.
4, neck and neck, into Star Wasper.
I'm surprised that Hannah did not check out the poison swamp is getting checked here instead for the boomerang.
Yeah, Zoldaf can be a very long gold gopher, especially if you're going for cherry. Be very stylish though.
It would be extremely stylish. Oh no, unfortunately exploding for like no reason.
That sounds like Star Wasper. Speaking of Star Wasper, Frank is going for the 20x multiplier. I think most people would say the gray ship is the easiest. You just get the GGGs and then
They do it for you.
Yeah, they take out the enemies faster than the enemies can shoot, so that you don't have to weave between the bullets to get the multiplier.
Meanwhile, instead though, Frank is going for the yellow ship.
And Hannah
And
jumped out.
Hannah
Yeah.
out of Zoldaf. That is fair.
Could have potentially been doing it for food though. Did open Waldorf, so maybe... Yeah,
I
there's a
didn't see
food
it.
rush going on, so...
Okay, camouflage. I guess that's 2 foods then for Hannah.
Hi, Smoke.
Pangolf, I didn't see gold or cherry. Hi, Smo also. So I assume that
Yeah, I think maybe pivoted
Like
to
back.
something quicker, but... I don't know if you have the VOD open. I mean, I assumed that we were in Planet Zoldaf for a meet, because you had the nail gun
I did.
just taking out enemies.
I think I wait. Can I try? I don't know how to open the VOD actually.
I think if you click on the circle of the person streaming profile icon
Cir-
and then you click on videos,
Videos.
it should show like the most recent one. It'll probably be at like 20 minutes or something.
Let me check.
But I think we're gonna see Hannah get the last one here soon, so it might not be
Relevant.
food in 8 different games. That is a bit, but got Fist Hell, got Combatants from earlier, opened up
Mhm.
Waldorf, so just some
There
more
was
Waldorf.
Kick Club.
Kick Club, 20x multiplier, that was a quick one. Frank able
There
to
was
pick that one up and take the lead.
Ninbeck.
And Campanella 3 win the bonus game. Maybe another 2 to 3 minute one. Maybe 3 minutes, including the boss and having to play out the bonus game.
Then Waldorf. And
Okay,
then
backing out.
Zoldaf.
Maybe going back to Pilot Quest? No. Barbuda. We have collect the reward
Interesting.
from the Green Skull. That one is even faster.
Mhm.
So Frank, very good at identifying quick squares and also very good at executing those squares quickly with minimal mistakes. Definitely, we'll see that. We've seen that through a couple pivots to quicker goals. Ooh, nice. Just
I'm still checking out. Oh, sorry. Go on.
getting right under that mushroom in that cycle. And then what'd you say?
I'm still checking out the VOD to see if Hannah nabbed meat while they were in Zoldas. But it looks like now we're pivoting into, or not pivoting, but dipping into Cyber Owls for some
Dim sum.
dim sum.
Yeah. Alright, so that's the food. Are we gonna stay in Cyber Owls for...
Bosses.
complete 2 non-rescue missions. So Hannah's setting up for a little synergy here. Has the
Mhm.
food, and then gonna go finish 2 Cyber Owl missions quickly. Gonna do
This
Octavia
whole day,
stage and so Chicago and Congo Basin most likely.
most likely, yeah. Hannah's displayed some excellent board awareness so far.
Yeah, Kana said they saw the meet before they quit out, so
Oh, hey, Kana.
I'm 100% assuming that that was our time in Zoldath was specifically for the meet, and we will probably see that continued after Cyber Owls.
Wait, so how many foods does Hannah have at this point, actually?
We have Waldorf, we have Combatants, we have Zoldath, we have Cyber Owls, and Camouflage. I have
Right.
not seen their list, but I can update when I do.
Kick Club 6.
Okay.
Combatant 7.
I
Yes,
counted,
okay, they
I counted Combatants. Oh,
Oh,
there's probably one more I didn't see out of the watching Frank's screen for a little bit.
so this is like 7 meets. I'll keep an eye on Hannah. Oh no, that was already 8.
Yeah, it's
That was the-
it's 8. I just probably missed one of the games.
We just. Whoopsie.
And Frank is going for another very quick goal for the Campanella win the bonus game. So, might see there are quite a few quick goals on this board. So we're probably gonna see the 3-4 cost modules at some point. We're gonna see the Mooncat Gold Disc, and then the Pilot Quest defeat Big Borg. Maybe Danger and 3 Cherries at some point, but other than that, the rest of them are actually a bit long.
Oh wait, for 3 cherries, aren't there faster goals to go for? Games to go for, rather, like, say, Waldorf or Mortal 2, everyone's favorite.
Yeah, in this case, the best ones to go for would be Bushido Ball with the Yamada cheese, the disrespectful Yamada cheese, and the Pin Golf Cherry, because that will net you 2.
Triathlon.
Yeah, 2 towards the triathlon.
The dishonorable Yamada cheese.
Unfortunately, Mooncat and Moonpeck have gold discs on this board, so you can't roll those into cherries very quickly. It'd be faster just to quit out and go for something different. Alright, so Frank getting 2 of the stars, has to hit a lot of these balloons, got a few of those golds, which are good. Has to get quite a few of the balloons to get 50. Looks like he's going to get it. Yep. Just
Yep, there it
barely.
is.
The last
That
2
was
balloons
scary.
on square. What do we get? Yeah.
JJ. Yep.
Very nice. Just barely got that. Very good for Frank here. Pulling ahead.
Where are we headed next?
Alright, back to
Pilot
Pilot Quest. If
We may be seeing. Oh wait, no, we're not sure yet. Oh.
if we got the meat, yeah, best to buy an ingot right now. Just get the meat online. And you could do
Open
this with
carvings.
1 meat. And looks like Frank is going to. Which,
I mean,
this
yeah.
isn't that risky because you have to wait 5 minutes for the meat to spawn again outside of the game, so this is very doable with 1 meat, but if you die, it's not that much loss. Yeah, so that's a rough hit right away, but
It's possible that he gets more meat while in the game too.
that is true.
Oh boy.
But yeah, this is...
But this is it.
So that's actually perfectly fine because Frank can just come back to that. Hannah
Yep.
isn't, I don't think has progress on it.
Nope. Hannah has not yet opened Pilot Quest, I believe.
Hannah coming to the end of Congo stage, that's going to be 2 missions and Cyber Owls done. Just mashing.
We are going to Minnie and Max. This is going to be the water bear.
Yes, this is for the water bear. So 2 Cyberel missions for Hannah. And got the
That'll
fruit.
be one boss in one game.
Yes. It's a boss for Hannah and a boss. Well, Frank also got a boss from Campanella.
Oh, so that's 2 now.
Okay, jumping into Ninpek for the gold disc.
3.
That is going to take about 9 minutes if you one-shot it. Alright, so we add, and it will give you an additional boss.
But 9 minutes,
It is the center square, and Hannah could set up for that diagonal bottom left to top right.
True. We'll have to see where this goes. I assume that we're now in Cyberowls on Frank's end for a quick boss, which
If
is White
Frank-
Congo.
I'm curious if Frank saw this diagonal very early and is now rushing bosses to, but also has a little bit of progress towards it, so not gonna take
Yeah.
very long at all to finish off the last ones. Oh, Frank also
No.
has Star Wasper, I think, unless quit out before the first stage finished. No, actually, I think he finished the bosses, because I remember him fighting the bosses. So this might actually be Frank's last boss.
Yep.
It's definitely a quick one.
Lots of blocking going on this game.
Yeah, very good plays from both players, playing defensively, playing aggressively as well when they can. So, no worries here in Congo stage. Has maybe just one more minute until the boss shows up. And yeah, there's, like I said before, there's maybe only like 4 or 5 quick goals left on the board, and then we're gonna move into like the gauntlet of longer goals. Rock on Island probably is another quick one.
Terror
As
overhead
long as
is
you don't, as long as you're comfortable with Rock on.
true. If you're able to clear Terror overhead, I think you can get it done relatively quickly. But
Yeah, I could
the
probably,
rest of this stuff is long.
yeah. I don't know if Terror Overhead is 15 waves or if it's just the standard 10. If it's 10, you can probably get that done in 6 minutes or something, even if you're not the most versed in it.
That's bosses.
Yep, that is bosses for Frank. Let me update what goals we're working on. We're on Nitpick gold. We're gonna see where Frank goes to, because Frank could be considering Mooncat here, or could be is waiting for the meat to respawn in Pilot Quest. Jumping into Bug Hunter. Oh yeah, this is the other quick one up here at the top.
3
This-
sword cost modules.
Oh, jumping back out, going into Mooncat.
He is no ninja.
Oh no, he is no ninja. Oh no.
That was also not a top 5.
Hannah, go for Bug Hunter. It's a
Go
quick
for
one.
Bug Hunter. It's quicker than you think, I promise.
Yeah, if you get Collect, it's pretty good, as long as you can defeat the enemies on screen. Okay, going
Yeah.
for arcade leaderboards.
We're 6 to 8 in Frank's favor.
Yep.
I love Mooncat.
Yeah. I've gotten a little better at it.
That's nice to hear. Me too.
Nice. So we'll probably see if Frank knows the bunny route. We'll probably see that one because it's the quickest.
Is it? Oh,
Yep.
I guess it is.
You want to skip this first warp and go to this second warp here.
Oh,
And then...
kind of pausing for a moment.
Oh. Okay. So Star Wasper, I believe, is 20.
Is this still for
Is
the
it
multiplier goal?
No,
because
I think
that's
it's
in
for
the top, right?
leaderboards. I'm not sure what top 5 is. I know top 3 is 100,000. Top 5 might be 25 or 50k.
Hmm. That does sound like you'll have to get a good amount of the way in, even with a high multiplier.
If you get a high multiplier, I think you can get it well, you can
Well,
probably get
here.
it close to the end of stage 1. Yeah, 40,000, so I'm assuming it's probably 50,000.
40,000.
I think
Mhm.
Hannah checked before going in. It could even be 60,000. It might be one of those weird ones that aren't like, oh no. I was gonna say, Frank is cruising pretty smoothly through here. Took a very
Mhm.
small time loss of death there, but no worries. Oh, yeah, that one you just jump right away.
I see.
Because
Also,
these
do you
ones you
think
have to
we're
bait. Go ahead.
like? Do you mean the ones on the bottom?
The
Oh
ones on
shit.
the bottom you want to do a little jump just so they go up. Because otherwise you'll be stuck underneath them and get hit. But this one up here, you want to just jump for it. Yeah.
I see.
I think Frank is a little more than halfway to the bunny boss right now.
Meanwhile, we are now at 62,000 points in Star Whisper.
Okay.
Do you think we're gonna see Star Whisper Cherry randomly?
That would be crazy. I mean, okay, should definitely have it by the end of this wave if Hannah just wants to take the death and then get the rest of the leaderboards.
Doesn't look like it. Nope, it
No, we're
looks
good.
exactly like that.
Yeah, Hannah got a ton of points in wave 2.
Just 2 waves, yeah.
150,000. Very well versed. Very impressive. Okay.
Yep, that's top 3.
So, Hannah was actually going for the leaderboard in Impact, which, is what I'm realizing now, but...
Didn't get it.
No, Hannah got it. You
Oh,
get it
really?
right around where you get the He Is No Ninja, like, secret area, bonus area.
Ah,
Alright,
I see.
for Campanella, this one's very quick. This one's only 5,000 points. So you get to, like, the first bonus stage and you basically have it. If you hit most of the stuff.
Not taking any warps, I guess just making sure that we get there.
Yep, don't even need to, doesn't matter if you lose lives either, you just gotta get to 5,000 points and then lose your lives. Actually, it's better if you do, like, take death warps, because you'll lose lives along the way, so you don't, lose them all right at the end. But 5,000 you're not gonna have too long anyways. Not many very applicable death warps in stage 1 though. Gonna get these 200 points from these. Might grab the coffee. It's worth it.
Probably will.
Even if you just run into the wall. Yeah. But yeah,
There we go, that's another.
only needs 900 from this bonus stage, and every crystal gives you 200, so...
Pretty much in the bag.
Yep. And that
700,
is it. Now you
900.
just have to die.
That's 5,000.
Yep. That'll be
And
another
it's
quick leaderboard.
5,100.
Yep.
So even if the 5th spot is 5,000 points, it's okay.
Yes, if you are ever going for leaderboards, make sure that you are at least 1 point above the last score, otherwise it will not put you in the 5th spot, it will put you in the 6th spot. That is 5 scores on 4 arcade leaderboards. Very well done, and this is getting Hannah a little closer back to Frank's spot. Hannah does have the cherry going into Vanger now. 1 key code. If you know how to get through, if you know Verde skip, a key code is the thing you get from a boss. The terminal things are access codes, which allow you to open new doors, but the key code is actually the one that drops from a major boss in the game.
You know, the last time we commented, we were like commentating for a hypothetical GDQ submission, but I like how now that we're commentating again, it's kind of still like that.
Yeah.
I enjoy your very methodical style of casting.
Yeah, there could be some people who are a little new to bingo as well, so...
True. We've gotten a lot of new people lately, I think, which is exciting.
There are also people that don't go through Ranger too much, so definitely...
Like me!
Yeah, definitely little tidbits to know if you ever go for it. Because you don't want to mark off a square and then have someone
to
be
not-
like, oh, you have to go back and do it, or your opponent gets it because they were also going for it.
Yep.
So trying to get this egg platform to spawn, it does not want to cooperate. You might be able to make that without it.
There we go.
Yeah, you just have to get like a very clear jump over that. And we'll be seeing the bunny almost immediately after this. I think you have to go through the water section and then you are in the bunny fight after one more screen. That's just...
The warp is here, right?
Yep. We'll see if Frank goes for the death warp or like sneaks through that little tiny gap. Oh, just barely hits the head on the spikes.
This is a very tough little crevice to navigate in.
It is. So Hannah, in going for the heat mod here, these spikes can be annoying. I have struggled with Avenger, like getting used to the flip sort of gravity. Because you think that you are not going to like go down as much as you do when you flip, and then you do and suddenly spikes.
Yep,
So
just like that.
So Frank is in the wall, so we'll see if Frank is able to either get the quick bunny or just not, maybe not struggle with it too much.
I think the first time I did this, you were watching, and I took like maybe 10 minutes or something, 5 minutes.
The bunny actually is surprisingly not the easiest thing in the world if you can't do like this, where you're just jumping through the platform multiple times. Because several times the bunny will jump away from you and shoot in a projectile that will very likely hit you. Staying underneath it and staying far away is good. At least when it's trying to do that. Ooh, right there, yeah.
Oh, careful, careful. Oh, careful.
Right, it might try to go for another shot here because it's so far away. Okay, nope.
Nope, just...
Frank just needs 1 or 2 more hits. And that is going to be it. That is the Mooncat Gold Disc.
Yay!
Alright. Good job, and we'll see if Frank goes back to Pilot Quest. Yep.
Yay!
We'll probably
And
have
then it'll be back to
2
Avenger.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Frank will probably have
but
2
Hannah...
mate here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were correct.
Should have... You want to play it carefully. You want to, like... In Pilot Quest, it's weird, because when you're fighting enemies, you kind of want to, like... If you know their pattern, you have to, like, hit them once or twice, and then kind of, like...
Let them do their thing, right?
Like, reel back, otherwise they'll either just, like, run into you or get past you.
Hit you with their attack.
Yep. So yeah, you're doing kind of this, like, back and forth dancing.
Yes.
Which is very
Face
effective.
away from Pilot.
Yeah. That guy almost
Face away from the person hitting you.
I should have this just fine. Spacing
Yeah, this
properly.
looks like...
Okay, taking a death, getting close to Verde skip here. Now you just want to kind of get this... Oh, no. Yeah,
Oh,
you kind of want this guy
Oh.
to go upwards if you can, like stand up top and then... There you go. That's much
like
better.
this, yes.
Otherwise
This
the
is the
lightning will go
prime-
around.
You can actually hit the lightning to, like, dispel it. I only learned that recently.
Oh wow, I did not know that. So
Huh.
you gotta kind of back off for a little bit and let him come to you.
Yep.
Probably only need about like 50 seconds more of doing this. Ooh. Oh no, gets back around the corner. Big ball not being cooperative, and this bomb guy just shooting through the wall as well.
Very dicey.
Okay.
You can also
This
the
is a lot of
smaller
good
guys
hits.
behind the wall.
Yep, that is
Yep,
it.
there we go.
Lots of good hits. Frank taking the lead using these really quick squares. Probably will see Bug Hunter. Yep.
Bug Hunter. You should be a fortune teller.
Yeah, well, Frank and I's match, we have a very similar playstyle in the aspect of going for quickest squares. And
Meanwhile,
That did lead to I think the first tier B blackout. Technically, Pizza and Flick, I think, should have had the first one, but there's just like, I think there was a lot of nerves on the line. It was Flick ended just like 30 seconds early.
nerves are a really big factor in bingo, more than you might expect.
Alright, so Hannah going for the safe strat. Try not to bonk your head like I did and have to reset. Now, just make sure it hits you, and very nice.
Very good.
I think probably did that faster than I did. Less attempts. Alright, so Frank resetting for a good seed. Has 4 cost modules in there, but maybe looking for collect. Looking for collect early, which it was there, would be helpful.
Collect is here too, right?
I think
It's a hand.
Frank is maybe looking for a really strong 4 cost module, but you don't need one for this seed. If you're getting max...
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just thinking maybe he's just looking for a seed with 3 4-cost modules available up front.
No,
Which is not this.
I think Frank is looking for Bombard, as you can see in the bottom right there. Bombard is very good at taking down, getting yourself like 3 to 5 kills with 1 module use. And Flores is perfect for this.
For Bombard.
Yep. So just probably wanted to take out those red guys so they don't evolve, but not a huge deal. You just have to keep everything under control while you pick up more energy. Shrek-Neds is not too bad, because Bombard doesn't trigger their on-death effect.
Oh really? I see.
Yeah, so Frank is at 1 module.
Hitting shift.
Oh, it actually does. It actually does trigger their on-death effect.
Oh. I guess it hardly matters.
Yeah, it's so strong, you just have to make sure you're not in the path, and then you can just move out of the way if you are. So honestly, could move yourself up and move a Flores down and get... Oh wait, yeah, that's actually the better play. Opposite of what I was thinking. And then...
Picking stuff up.
Just needs 2 more modules. It's probably going to get all 8 energy and then just
do
both.
it.
Yeah, get both right away. Yeah, Frank, very good at identifying these very quick squares that can be done in like 2 to 4 minutes.
And then doing them quickly.
Yeah, and approaching it strategically, and that's going to be the goal right here.
Now. Very clean play on both players' ends so far.
So Hannah got the... When you enter this room, you flip right away, and you can just stun Y-Vanger in place. For no threat, can take out the boss and get a key code. And then Frank is going to go Club Pass, the other...
Shoutouts to Smo! We're going to see Terra overhead.
Frog now!
Frog now!
Now Frog! Now Frog!
Now Frog.
It was funny. It sounded like a Pokemon trainer saying.
It was really funny. It was really great. I like that terminal messages have become very popular now.
They are, and I'm happy as well.
Tickles me.
Alright, so Hannah going for cherry discs here and the triathlon combo. This is smart. Frank is gonna get the quick squares first and might be able to take this, but this is a good play from Hannah to try setting up for a double play. Because if Frank was going for either of these, Hannah may be able to snipe that from him.
Yep. Of course, the players don't know what's like actually going on the other screen, but it's pretty good.
Right.
Out of principle.
Alright, getting some spears, upgrading your weapon.
Letting a couple of guys in.
Maybe I did see him hovering over the surrender, so I don't know if was maybe trying to get like a threshold and didn't get it. It's not too big of a deal. you can lose lives early as long as you build up the economy to just like
Actually, yeah.
clear everything the next rounds.
Yep.
Which it looks like
Me-
that's what Frank is doing. You get lots of economy early. Take some hits, it's okay. I'd be
Once the
concerned.
ball gets rolling,
Yeah.
it really rolls.
Yep. Do the
It'd be
smosh trap,
concerning.
put the archer in the hole. That's their home now.
That's their home now.
Probably don't want
Please take
to
care of.
be at like 8 lives or less here, but I'll make sure you get those. Yep.
We're at
Archer gonna
15
help
lives.
out. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, gonna let one
Letting just
through.
one in.
Not the worst. I was gonna say if you're on like wave 3 and you have like 8 lives left, unless you have like just a massive amount of economy, then might be a little concerning. But I think Frank is playing this well. Has lots of meat slash economy to work with. Is going to need fire soon, whether it's their own weapon. Maybe some quick damage. Some of the archers are missing these cheetahs, unfortunately. Oh, this is looking very dicey though. Oh, the cheetahs are almost getting through, but the archers are just barely keeping it up.
Very nice. Thank you, archers.
Appreciate you. Alright, going for the full bow strat is going to have to... He is not going to have much fire damage. Is going to have to solo the Armadons by yourself, which is not very... Which is a bit risky if you're trying to do it all by yourself, because they can kind of get through.
Meanwhile, Hannah has indeed been cursed. They took an early-ish reset in Pangolf earlier, and now looks to be struggling just a bit. Oh, going just a bit over.
Okay, that was good for the obstacle to slow him down.
Still, -1, so could still cinch the cherry.
Yep.
Even if not, the gold disc would be great, because triathlon.
Oh, that... If you ever bounce on that triangle, you have to wait till the ball is close, or you have to get like the right angle or speed, because otherwise it just bounces off the top and doesn't go in. Alright, this is...
Are certain surfaces bouncier than others?
No, it's just the speed that you dunk at that determines what speed it's going to send it at.
I see, okay. What were you saying?
That was a clean level 8 from Hannah, picking up 2 extra under par.
Oh wow, hole-in-one on the struggle pit.
Yep, no struggle pit today. These, but that's okay.
It is okay. It's pretty clear which goals each player is working on, thankfully.
Yep. Hannah getting a good bounce there. Gonna see if it's kind of a rough shot. Yeah. Might just have to take an extra stroke to get on there.
Pickin'. Would you say that watching UFO 50 makes you hungry ever?
If you're rock on, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
right
nothing
now.
that quite makes you hungry than just like a big, like caveman style drumstick, to be honest.
Agonizing.
Alright, so smooth sailing and taking no hits since wave 5 or 4 has The archers, you know, honestly, working extremely well. Has like one spear in there.
That guy must feel so special.
Yeah. Okay, got a wheel there. Get a little extra damage for the ones coming through.
Yay, wheels.
I love wheels.
Me too. I do actually.
Yeah, they're very good.
They are.
So,
That's...
okay, Frank just making sure nothing gets through. Gonna have to focus on these armored enemies. Honestly, the archers are kind of just tearing through them a bit anyways.
Yeah. Just putting down another one.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta motivate, you can do that.
Zola's got all the firepower we need, clearly.
Yeah. So true in this game. Oh,
I'm
jumping into
interested
Club
to...
Pass. Oh, Cub Pass? Oh no, Curse.
Cub Pass.
Cursed. Curse.
No.
No, the
Hannah.
Pingolf.
Curse.
It's still possible, but it's gonna be heartbreaking if Hannah goes further into it and... Oh man, Hannah is at the last two
No.
stages. It is still possible. Ooh, that was very good. Okay, is even right now. Just has to
Okay,
get...
great.
I think the best strat for this is if you can get it... Oh, very nice. Okay. Dunk it once you get in there, unless you hit that. Yeah. Okay.
Very nice.
I think try not to go for the special, like, trick at the end. Just try to get on that grass, or...
Oh,
Okay,
oh.
okay, that's very good. Now you just hit it up. Very well played. Very good job,
nice.
Hannah. Just
0.
clutched it from the
Oh
brink.
no, is this -1?
Yeah, -1.
Oh my god.
Got both.
Cinching a cherry by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah. They were at +1, and then in the final two stages got under par. Be gone.
Be gone!
Oh.
Okay, so that's one triathlon
Alright,
for
going into
Hannah.
the next one.
Going into
This will be...
dishonorable Bushido Ball.
Yes. It is the best and correct play for Bingo. Outside of it, though,
Yes.
don't you dare. Unless you're speedrunning.
Yep. It's time for Yamada cheese.
So yeah,
everyone's favorite dish.
Yeah, we will see 3 cherries checked off. We're gonna see Club Pass checked off very soon, and we're also gonna see 3 cherries checked off, followed by Triathlon. I think actually Hannah... I mean, I can understand just wanting to finish out Triathlon, but if Hannah did pivot to something else after getting the cherries, could try to snipe Frank from something and hold on to the Triathlon, because Frank would probably have to assume if Hannah got 3 cherries, is one away from Triathlon.
I wonder what it's going to come down to in the end. I kind of can't believe that Nimpec Gold Disc has not been checked off being the center square.
It is a bit interesting. It's a very fixed goal at about 9 minutes long if you complete it in one go. So maybe trying to use that as a gauge as like, hey, is anything else on the board gonna take me less than 9 minutes? But could go, honestly, probably is the best choice for Frank right now, in hindsight. Because you can't know what the other player is in, but you have to assume if 10 minutes has gone by, then Hannah has not gone into Ninpec unless they took a reset.
Well, no, Hannah did go into Ninpec earlier, but yeah, took a reset. Oh.
Yeah, Hannah went in earlier for the leaderboard.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Could have rolled it as the last leaderboard into a gold disc. It is like an extra 6 minutes into the game to get the gold, but yeah,
it's
in this
minutes
situation, Frank has very good control of the board and is kind of able to go where he wants to. Or Hannah, after this cherry, might have to swap to something else, but being that Frank is in Minpeck, if able to go
Actually-
through this cleanly, will win the match.
Yeah, pretty much. I just noticed that Frank is at 12 points.
Yes, so the next square that Frank gets will be the win for Frank.
Gaffer Gone says, after yesterday's match, you gotta assume Frank will steer clear of Paint Chase. I actually went to bed early-ish last night, so I don't know what happened. with
Yeah,
Paint
Paint
Chase.
Chase can definitely be a game where if you just barely beat it, so if you don't feel like you have enough points, you have to like reset and lose a life, and you could potentially game over resetting all your progress. Or if you just barely beat a level, then you get like no points and you have to keep going further and further into the game. So it's definitely, unless you're confident in Paint Chase, it can take a bit. It can take a bit even
This is true.
if you are.
Yeah, contrary to its name and theming, it's not actually all that fast of a game, huh?
Nope. If you're not like someone who like knows the perfect routes and stuff like that. Alright, we got a few from Hannah.
Few?
It was a close one at the end, almost taking the cherry away from Hannah. But yeah, Paint Chase, if you aren't like super well versed in getting perfects, it's still gonna take you maybe like 12 levels or something.
Which is a whole lot of minutes.
Yeah, that is probably around 10 minutes or so. But yeah, Frank, sitting at 3 lives, maybe took 1 death or missed a balloon. Not too bad shape for this. We'll probably get another balloon very soon.
Meanwhile, Hannah is on the last round of Bushido Ball.
Yeah, Hannah is in a tough position just because you'd have to snipe Frank on every single goal that he's in, or just get them done faster. But Frank sitting at 3 lives, still not bad. At this section, that's still very doable.
You get bonus points for lives that weren't used at the end.
In which game, Minpeck?
Ninpeck.
I actually do not know. I have not looked at the scoreboard before and after the boss.
Woe is me! Hannah!
Oh no! Okay, that is okay. Can get the triathlon and then it'll be.
Go back for the...
Yeah, that's unfortunate because Hannah could have checked off the cherry before the match was over. Frank still has 5 minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes in Minpeck. But yeah, that would have been able to be the cherry square for Hannah, and then just needed 1 more for the sport games. But Frank is playing it safe.
No!
Oh no, losing again to Kataro. Kataro does kind of.
Can you do his...
Go ahead.
Go on.
Kataro kind of does have a far hitbox in front of him. Cheater.
Peter!
Yeah, I would say Kataro is probably the most annoying. Aside from Yamada, I guess, just because Kataro will like throw shurikens. No honor.
No honor!
You're using the cheese though.
You're using the
can't-
Yamada cheese strat!
The AI has adapted to the cheese, and is not having it.
Yeah! I mean, cheater is like, not true, but like, no honor? Come on.
The AI does cheat, so I'm not like opposed to people using this for this aspect. Like Kataro's shuriken is so annoying.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know
well-
that about Bushido. Oh, my bad.
Oh, what's that?
I just didn't know that the AI actually cheated. Yamada beating the shit out of him. Throwing bombs at him and stabbing him with a spear!
I know,
But
right?
Kotaro was this way! I would not be feeling great in Hannah's position. Actually, I'd be ready to quit. I'd be at the quibble races.
Just do a little bit of gambling before the match is over.
We need to consider the meta value of the 5-minute quibble gambling break.
Yeah. Refresh your state of mind. So yeah, Kataro. Oh, don't throw a shuriken. Okay, doesn't have shuriken. Be gone. Be gone, Kataro.
Wow! We did it!
That is the gold. We're gonna see. Okay. Okay, jumping into Big Bell Race. This is probably like a 9-minute. I mean, you can do it faster, but probably looking at like around 8 minutes. The longest one in the sport collection can maybe pick up the last 2 squares, but Frank is
About to finish Ninpek.
coming to the last like 1 or 2 minutes of Ninpek. Very well played by both players. Just has to get through this laser section, and then you could just die twice and use the ghost as to finish off the boss, and maybe even one cycle it. Okay, there are still a couple more threats. Actually, you do have one more section of threats, so I don't want to speak too early. Okay, good. Shurikens. That is race 1 done. Ooh, nearly dodging that laser by pixels.
Ninpek.
Yeah, sitting clean here. This is the last section. There's no more threats except for the pigs here.
I can't get over how
fun.
cute the pigs look.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just hanging around in wherever this is.
And then murder.
Hell? Yeah, and then they get killed.
Yep, we are coming up to the boss. Yeah, this is going to be the gold disc, the 13th square for Frank.
And then that will be game.
Yep.
Barring any incident.
Yeah, it was... Dang, that is unfortunate that Kataro had to come in and ruin everything.
Yeah.
Could have seen the cherry marked off, could have maybe even seen the triathlon. Gonna die just to get the ghost. Get that one cycle, probably. Nope. Okay, you don't have
That is
quite enough
that
time.
is so silly. That is so silly.
Yeah, as long as you have an extra life, you can just do that. And that is GG.
That is GG's.
Well,
Welcome back. GG.
Welcome back.
yeah.
You
Like,
played well.
yeah, I know. Like I have did nothing. There's nothing better could have done here. Like that was the best I got.
No, you did extremely well.
Yeah.
Yeah, good name.
Kataro
Yeah,
had
no,
to
you were
come-
just
Go ahead.
really fast.
Kataro had to come in and ruin the cherry.
I don't know what happened. They cheated.
They did. But
They adapted to the Yamada cheese.
they did. You were very close on getting the cherry discs and the triathlon there. But yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. Like I knew by the end Frank was gonna be in like Nameback or Paint. So like
yeah,
I was just having fun. But
at the end there's not much you can do just because you'd have to like be in the same game and snipe every square at that point. But honestly, in like the first 40-45 minutes, you were neck and neck grabbing squares back and forth. Like it was 8 to 8 or 8 to 9 at one point, and it was definitely a great game.
I think the only mistake that I made was not opening pilot quests. Like because like I was in Porgy and I was like I gotta open pilot quest after this, and then I forgot.
Oh no, yeah, it's definitely a very quick goal that just requires a little bit of time investment.
Because like when at around the time I was, I think, in like Cyber Owls, or like when I was doing the food rush, I already kind of thought
Yeah.
like they'll have opened it because I saw them. They were doing a lot of boss-related goals, so I figured they were just kind of. I figured they were doing that as well. Their 5 boss.
I do
Yeah,
want
that was the plan, and then I screwed it up.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely Frank identifying like and picking up those quick goals like Barbuda and
Yeah.
things like that. I do want to say like very good job on getting Magic Garden 50k on like the first try. Getting like
Yeah, that was
Yeah, second try. But like
second
I
try.
died very early on the first one
Okay.
because
And
my D-pad decided to not work. But yeah,
yeah, and with the
no,
potions you had, you could have like pushed for like 100, 150k if you wanted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like Magic Garden is like one of my better games, but I think 50k is actually pretty easy if you know how to do it. Like
Yeah.
you gotta get a couple gold potions early and just eat them, and at that point you can just kind of swarm.
Yeah.
But I liked finally having that goal. I never get to do.
Yeah, that was a good showing of it.
Yeah.
I when you got that Magic Garden square, I was getting really nervous too because I was working on Rail Heist, but I've never done that one before, so I had no idea how to route the money crates.
Yeah.
And I figured if you had 50k, you probably had a cherry, and so if you could, like, if you knew Rail Heist, I thought you could snipe me on that. But I
I
died
also
like
did.
6 or 7 times, but
Yeah.
eventually
I mean,
got
I
it.
also I've never like tried that real high school, so I would have also. But so like my idea was kind of to threaten that bottom row, then make you do the real high goal.
Yeah, Frank went for the block, I think, once he had 2 in that column, and then I
Yeah.
saw you do the triple play where you get Magic Garden plus a cherry disc plus a leaderboard.
Yeah.
Definitely good synergies and very good defensive play from both players, blocking those bingos
Like,
early so they don't become
yeah.
a issue.
I mean, I had to do a lot of defending, like
Yeah, and that can put you on the back foot too.
yeah. But I mean, I was really lucky with those goals, like getting the combat end because I did it pretty fast. Could have been faster, but
Yeah,
went
you
well.
only took like 2
And
resets, I'm surprised.
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
being a yeah, and then being able to like do the cyber out as the final, so that kind of went quickly. So at least I didn't get bingo.
Yeah.
I'm mainly what I'm happy with.
yeah. I felt like you got combatants really quick because I was thinking,
Yeah.
okay, I'll get Campanella, and then I'm fairly confident in combatants. If I can get that, it's a boss rush. But then I think you
Yeah.
got combatants before I even finished Campanella.
Yeah. No, like I mean, I was kind of gambling on you being in Campanella over combatants because most people avoid combatants if they can help it.
Mhm.
So I was like, and then same because then you were threatening that like the 4th row, and I was thinking they're probably in Mooncat, so I'll just do the Danger goal, and you were in Mooncat.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna thank you both for the race, and
Yeah.
thank you Amma for casting with me. I'm gonna end the stream here, but you guys can keep discussing after if you want. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone
Yeah.
in chat, and have a good one.